Hello, hello, and welcome to Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live. I am thrilled to be back to solve a brand new crossword with you all, and I'm so relieved to see people in chat because whenever we're not on TikTok, I always have this fear that nobody's going to find us, and I'm going to be all on my own. We all know I can't solve a Saturday Stumper on my own, so I need you today more than ever. Hey, Ledition, we got Blake here, Amy, Cozenfly. Who else is here? We got Lucky and Amy Rhonda. Cool. Minnie's Minnie is here. And yeah, that looks like everybody so far. Everyone who has commented. I'm sure more people are filing in because nobody wants to miss a stumper. Jessica's here. What's up? So yeah, just to remind you the name of the game today. Ria's here and Sweet Pea. What's up? Aloha to you. We're solving a Saturday Stumper, and I think most of you know the drill at this point, but in case anybody... Yeah, Felix, no TikTok for now. We are actively working on it. I know I always say that, but we should have a new plan in place like as early as next week. So for the next couple days, bear with us and try to find us on another channel. We're still on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Hey, Doug Filler. Yeah, and Blake saying that shirt is way too bright. You know, you can't win one way or the other. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? So, yeah, D says, I was looking for you on TikTok. I was concerned when I didn't see your comment first today, D, but I'm glad you found us. Anyway, today's puzzle is by Matthew Sewell. We've solved many of his. He makes a lot of stumpers in particular, I've noticed. It's National Jack Day today, says Minnie. No way. Is that a real... I can't tell if that's a real thing or not. Cozen Fly and Rock and Ron say I like the color. Thank you, guys. Now, no matter what I do, I'm going to get comments on what I wear. I'm actually wearing this because Shania, one of our regular viewers, told me that I should wear flannel on my last stream. And so I did this for her, but I don't see her in chat yet. Yes, I can see you, Barbara. I can definitely see you. Saturday Stumpers do not have themes. So the concept today is going to be kind of a wide open grid, unusual grid entries that you don't see in everyday themed puzzles, and then especially brutally hard cluing throughout. These are very difficult puzzles, but we manage it. And I think we're going to manage it today. Hollywood Power Player, opening with a question mark. And I have definitely seen some guesses, but... Oh, agents? The problem with agents is that it's plural. And I don't think agent fits. Logician saying something that's too long. So Maddie is saying gaffer, which is actually very clever, and it does fit. I wonder if gaffer could be right. Gaffer is, as far as I know, like a person in charge of lighting on a movie set. So a power player, like literally playing with electrical power. It would be funny. I'm not 100% on it. Let's check the down, maybe. End of the Unknown Soldier inscription. This feels pretty obscure. I mean, the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier is famous, but like, what is the end of the inscription on the tomb? Feels like a lot. Barbara McDowell also guessing gaffer, so that's two. Yeah, legit says R.I.P. That could be. It's a common inscription on a tomb. R.I.P. I don't know. I'm not sure. We could move on. Give it a little more time, just in case people have ideas. So we have Hollywood Power Player crossing End of the Unknown Soldier inscription. How is anyone supposed to know this just off the top of their head? Fantasy says God. Mr. Blake says, I still like L.A. King for one across. Hollywood Power Player. Not sure I know the reference L.A. King. But Jessica and Maddie are both saying God, which I guess could be true too. I mean, referencing God on a tomb's inscription. I like that God works with Gaffer, but still just no confidence whatsoever. Let's check the other short one. First run. Oy. Yeah, that's why it's called a stumper, Rhonda. Indeed, I am quite stumped. Jerry looked it up. No looking it up, Jerry. We can solve these without Google. No looking it up. Alex, how you doing? Welcome from Russia. Let's try 12 across. Bike maintenance tools. We almost never need to look at this many before getting anything confident. That pretty much only happens on Saturdays. Power play in hockey. I see. Kings are the LA NHL team. I see. So Hollywood would just reference LA, and then a power play is a thing in hockey. Okay, that's not a bad theory, Blake. Well, Blake is also saying Oilers for bike maintenance tools. Speaking of hockey, I thought Oilers were a hockey team. Felix says Google bad, books you have nearby good. Frankly, I don't. My thing about looking things up is if we already have something in the grid and we're leaving it there and we just want more context, or like, oh, can we double check the spelling here? That's fine to look up, but we might as well look up every single answer in the puzzle if we're going to start looking things up. You know what I mean? Bike maintenance tools, Oilers. Here rests the soldier only known to God, or something like that. Larry Locke likes Oilers. Okay. Hey, Rand, how you doing? We need some help. Porch problem. Yeah, Oilers are a hockey team, but I guess I'm picturing, for a bike tool, I'm picturing that thing that the Tin Man needed. Like a little oil can. I guess people put them on their gears on their bike. I don't know. It's all a puzzle. Porch problem. Oof, this is hard. Talking cat. Hi. I'm always glad when someone new pops into chat, because maybe someone will know something. Felix, oh, have you done this puzzle, Felix? Have you already solved the stumper? Jerry's saying drafts, because if you're on a porch, it's drafty. Droopy. Dry rot is interesting. Jessica and Logician saying dry rot. I do kind of like that. Like, porches are wooden. You could definitely have dry rot in it, but they're exposed to the weather. So I'm liking it more and more as time goes on. But what is this? First run. Oh my god. Logician has a guess for this that's insane. Felix, you solved this puzzle in 45 minutes? I'm very impressed. Wow. You know, I'm glad that I got you into Saturday Stumpers, Felix, but it does make me sad that you don't play with us anymore. But at least you can still come and cheerlead. So, Logician's theory is that first run is like, RST is a run of letters in the word first. That is pretty evil. But importantly, it works for Gaffer, so we might actually be in splendid shape. After all of that doubting. I was the one doubting. Most of you weren't. Amy Gal likes dry rot. Barbara likes dry rot. What else are we doing? I'm just here for moral support, Felix. Yeah, I need you here. So, still, yeah, Rhonda saying, wow, I'm catching up on chat a bit. I see several people saying the same guess here. Barbara got RST also. Cozenfly. I got one. Lucky got one. Erode. De-escalate. Oof. It's also a very hard clue. I'm not even sure I 100% understand it. Yeah. I think you guys are right. And it feels sort of crosswordy, but do I completely get why it's de-escalate? No. Felix says you can do it. Yes. Get your pom-poms out, Felix. Ready? Okay. 1890s inventor out Eiffel. That's an interesting clue. 1890s inventor out Eiffel. A talking cat says, does anyone play, is that Risk, or do I not understand? Can't tell if that's a typo or if it's a game I've never heard of. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, Rand and Rhonda have interesting guesses here. I like this. Maddie's like, I don't know. Jessica's like, huh? Okay, so the Twitch folks are saying Ferris, as in Ferris wheel, I guess. So I don't know this history, but perhaps someone named Ferris wanted to invent something to one-up Mr. Eiffel, who made the Eiffel Tower. Could this be? I've seen a lot of shrugs and question marks. But I kind of like this. And RD looks pleasant, so maybe we check the cross. 1890s inventor, out to out Eiffel Eiffel. I never would have imagined that the Ferris wheel was invented as a one-up to the Eiffel Tower. Frankly, I'm not sure he succeeded. Like, Ferris wheels are cool for sure, but the Eiffel Tower is an icon that Ferris wheels just aren't. Yeah, oh, you made a tower, I made a wheel. That's exactly what I'm picturing, Blake. That kind of petty stuff. Flapper frequently. Nice. I like this clue. Yeah, Maddie and Kozum and Duo is here. Jerry G and Fantasy saying bird. The misdirect, I guess, is the 1920s flappers. But literally birds flap their wings. They are flappers. Okay. First corner finally looking good. I'm reasonably pleased. Happy Saturday, AJ. Glad you found us. Kellyanne is here too. People trickling in. I love it. It inspired the spray gun. Okay. A Talking Cat says, happy early Valentine's Day. Thank you. We actually solved a very romantic puzzle on the channel last week, and felt like if only we'd solved that on Valentine's Day. Airbrush. I like this. It inspired the spray gun. Oh, what did I just do? Something weird. Okay. Airbrush. They seem, I don't really know the difference between an airbrush and a spray gun. They kind of seem like the same thing. They like. Teresa says, Jack, are you watching the Super Bowl tomorrow? I am. I'm actually hosting a Super Bowl gathering with some friends. So we're making dips and cleaning the home today and all that good stuff in preparation for guests. But I'm still streaming tomorrow. So streaming before my guests arrive. So yeah, and I was actually thinking that when Talking Cat said happy early Valentine's Day, I was thinking there's almost an American holiday coming up before that in Super Bowl Sunday. And I'm not even a football fan. I mean, I watch exactly one football game per year. I'm one of those supporter of Notre Dame's reconstruction, right? So Notre Dame partially burned down in the last few years. Talking Cat says, is this a theme or no? Saturday Summers do not have themes. Oh. Flying buttress. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Is this a thing? It fits. Several people are saying it. So buttress is literally a supporter of a building. So it's not like a patron. It's not someone who's paying money to reconstruct Notre Dame. It's literally a supporter of Notre Dame is a buttress. I can't recall what a flying buttress is, but it seems to work with the beginning letters. And everyone else seems to know what a flying buttress is but me, so I just scrolled off. Okay, cool. Yeah, like a literal support beam, AJ, exactly. Minnie's heard of it. Obsessions. Obsessions. So, Ledition, you're confusing me with all these guesses from other. Oh, let's stay on the clue we're on. I'm getting my wires are crossing, seeing all your guesses. Yeah, Lucky and Rhonda are staying on track. 25 across. Looks like bugs. Not an easy clue for bugs, but like I'm thinking, oh, you catch the bug, you become obsessed with something. Good. Good. Now, Lulu giving me a gross bug emoji. No more of those. Serial port successor. Serial port successor. Okay. I see. Rand and Cozenfly and a Talking Cat and Fantasy and Maddie. Wow, everyone now. Eternal Ankh is here. And Kenya. USB. Yeah, again, I don't fully. So a serial port must be a type of port, and then a USB came after it, something like that. Neighbor. I just realized I'm sort of flowing down the grid because flying buttress gave us so many letters, but it's time to move east. Yeah, I like what the Twitch crew is telling me for neighbor. What does it stand for? USB? I don't think I know that. Abut. To neighbor is to be next to, is to abut. Good. Universal Serial Bus. Thank you. Eternal Ankh and Jerry G. See, that would be valid to look up, Jerry. What does USB stand for? Because that doesn't actually help us solve the puzzle. I don't mean to drag you through the mud. PalmerFoundation.org nickname. Okay. So Logician has a quick guess on this. It's not something I've particularly heard. I kind of want to see if anyone else agrees on it. Yeah, Jessica saying Arnold Palmer, who I'm assuming, yeah, so we have Arnie in place. I know they call him Arnie Palmer. Arnold Palmer was a golfer, also has a beverage named after him. But what is the nickname? Like Arnie something. Larry and Logician are both guessing Arnie's Army, which fits. I've never heard of this, but I don't know. Yeah, AJ agrees. Rhonda says it sounds familiar. Okay, so we'll go with it. And why don't we start doing this section? Big aspirations. Although I never really like actually going to an entirely blank entry in a stumper. Yeah, iced tea and lemonade. Half iced tea, half lemonade is an Arnold Palmer. It's good stuff. Here's Ty back, insisting this is so easy. This is what Ty joins every couple weeks, says it's the easiest thing ever. Never contributes an answer, by the way, to the crossword. I take the bait every time. I don't know why. And Ty could not be more wrong today because we're solving literally the hardest puzzle in all of crossworddom. Lucky and Cozenfly. Oh, okay, interesting. So Jerry says goals, which I think, yeah, dreams doesn't fit many, but goals does, like your big aspirations, your goals, and Fantasy and Dee are liking that, and Barbara. But then some Twitch folks who, in particular, Lucky and Coz, were saying gasps, which it's less direct, but that almost makes me prefer it, because it's stumper. Big aspirations and goals are almost too similar, whereas aspiration literally to breathe. So I don't know. We don't know. It could be either. Maybe let's try this. I think they're both solid guesses. Yeah, it could be like gasps, exactly, AJ. Did you just change your username? Or is there someone else here impersonating you? Yeah, Maddie wants to guess gasps. Jessica likes it too. Rhonda likes it. So YouTube and Twitch coming into agreement. Cheerful sounding sobriquet. Sobriquet. What is this? It's a nickname. It means nickname. So it's a cheerful sounding nickname. I don't know. Rand says Diddy. I don't know about that. Maybe we do 8 down? Okay, you changed it. That's a relief. Happy? Yeah, I guess happy sounds cheerful, but is it a nickname? That's what I'm confused by. Oh, Fantasy says Sunny. Oh, and Amy, Sunny. Interesting. Hold on. So everyone wants Sunny, but that's also not. I would think that people call them Sunny like this. Although maybe that's the answer. Maybe that's the point. That Sunny sounds cheerful, but Sunny is how you spell it when you're giving someone a nickname. This is actually a nickname. Okay, it took me a while to get here, but maybe I'm happy with this. And I think people were guessing something that started with S because we liked gasps for 7 across. So let's try this on for size. Gasps and Sunny could both be wrong, but sometimes you gotta put them in the grid and see how they look. But Heather and N. Clark and A Talking Cat are all insisting we should spell it like this. I'm not sure. I just don't feel like this honors the nickname part of the clue. You know what I mean? Tracking target. I'm also seeing people guess something that I don't. Oh, did I look? Did I show this? Logical starting points. Okay, Maddie definitely wants a U here. Sunny weather, synonym for happy, name. All right, I'm getting lost here. Felix is saying, "Go team, we need it." Felix, where did you get most tripped up? Don't tell me this is the easy part. Lucky saying axioms. I like this. Logical starting points are axioms. Yes, for sure. And what was this tracking target? I see a lot of different guesses here. Ping, pray, and I thought I saw one more. Not 100% on this. People seem to prefer prey. Yeah, I guess like a predator tracks their prey. Kind of hard. I feel like this is the easy part. Oh no. Mini Jinx Mini. Mini's also saying oh no. Oh no. Okay, we gotta check this X. It's a little concerning here. Work through as baggage. Barbara definitely wants ping. A talking cat says we're cooked. No, we got to keep our head up. The moment you start doubting yourself, that's when things go downhill. Hunters track prey, AJ. Yeah, I think that's the idea. It was a good guess. That would have taken me a lot more. Work through as baggage. Okay. Huh. What are we doing here? Yeah, Jessica says I think it's O. I think I agree. It's just Sunny spelled like this is not a nickname. Sunny spelled like this is a nickname. That's my argument. And they both sound cheerful. And Jerry wants exorcist. But I think we're looking for a verb here to work through. Yeah, exercise, as Eternal Ankh is saying, exercise. Oh man, that is a hard clue. To work through your baggage is to exercise your demons, I guess. Wow. Yeah, Pam got that one, Maddie. Good stuff. Very difficult. Yeah, Rhonda now agreeing. Cosmfly. Is that how I say your name? How do I say your name? Cosmfly? Jerry G prefers exercise with an E. Hold on, I keep scrolling by accident, sorry. Exercise with an E is another way to spell. I mean, it's a different word, I guess, but I don't think it's better with an E, actually. I think to work through baggage is to exercise your demons, which is spelled with an O. Oh, you're CJ. Okay, CJ, good. That I'll remember. Chip choice. Chip choice. We got a lot of chips in my home right now for the Super Bowl. I'm eating pizza right now, says a talking cat. There was a time when we talked pizza on almost every stream. I don't know why. I'm just saying pine bark. AJ says 9 iron. Oh, smart. Yeah, Letitia says 9 iron. Yeah, like chip the golf ball. Very clever. Good. Wow. Hard chip choice. 9 iron. Felix, how'd you do this in 45 minutes? I don't buy it. We didn't even need this clue, though. 11 down, sci, like cognitive science. Okay. Let's do 20 across, and then we'll do this section over here. Deer-resistant perennial. Heather got 9 iron. Larry got 9 iron. A talking cat says, I know a lot of golf lingo. Did you get 9 iron, though? CJ's like 9 iron is wild. Yeah, really. That might be the hardest clue we've encountered so far. D says pizza is a Scav thing, yeah. And Scav never leaves TikTok, so we miss him on these outages. Okay. Pam and Rand. A lot of people. Kellyanne, Minius Mini, Maddie, everyone, and Doug Filler. Everyone's saying peony. Cool. Deer resistant. So from that clue, I gather that deer try to eat peonies, but there's something about peonies that is noxious to them. Is that the idea? Rhonda says, deer don't like peonies? Yeah, I'm wondering that too. Maybe they do, and the point is that the peony has developed some defense. AJ says they're toxic. Rhinoscope user. Good. I think we can do this one with no letters. I think Amy and Rand can do this one with no letters. And CJ. Sweet. ENT is looking good. Yeah, Kenya and Lucky getting that. Eternal Ankh says that peonies are bitter and mildly toxic. Okay. Yeah, Barbara also likes peony. So an ENT is an ear, nose, throat doctor. A rhinoscope, I guess, is a camera that you stick up someone's nose. I mean, I know rhinoplasty is nose job surgery. And scope. Okay, so this seems pretty correct, I think. Ear, nose, and throat, yeah. Talking Cat says, what is a rhinoscope? I hope my description just answered that question. Like a little camera you stick up your nose? Or a doctor sticks up your nose? Contestant. Yeah, I think Pam is onto something here. Okay, so Minnie says enter. AJ says entry. Yeah, now Minnie's saying changing to entry. I think entry makes a little more sense. Just because noun agreement, contestant's a noun, entry's a noun, enter is a verb. Not a very easy clue, but I guess an entry into a competition is a contestant. Don't tell me this is also sunny. Bathymetric mapping tool. Wow. Now I know why a rhinoceros isn't called a rhinoceros. Rhino means nose, I guess. Yeah, good point. It's basically rhinosaurus. That's really funny. I hadn't thought about that before. A rhinoceros is just a nosaurus. Barbara says I have a long history with ENT doctors. Oh no, that sounds rough. Literally nose lizard. Okay, sonar is looking promising for 15 down. I don't know this word bathymetric. But bath evokes water to me, and mapping the water, you definitely use sonar for that, so reasonably pleased with that. Kellyanne and AJ like sonar. All right, cool. Felix continuing to come in with the cheers. Yeah, I think sonar is an acronym. I think you're right. I know radar is. Logician says bathymetry is the measure of depth of water in oceans. Ah, okay. So it's literally measuring the depth of things. Vegan dessert staple. Interesting. Yeah, Rhonda and Lucky and Amy and CJ all saying agar, which I believe is right. If you remember, agar is that like goopy stuff at the bottom of a petri dish, but it's also, I think, edible and used as like a gelatin substitute because gelatin has animal parts in it. So it's not vegan, but agar is. You all seem to know that, so talking to myself, I guess. Sound navigation and ranging. Thank you, AJ. Sound navigation and ranging is what sonar stands for. Oh, is agar seaweed-based, Rand? Is that? Yeah, it's a gelatin replacement. I guess everybody knows this. Stress. Stress. Oh, we got NSSR back. Barbara's saying scary. NSSR saying weary. Larry and Rhonda saying worry. Worry feels like the part of speech matches up the best. Again, worry is a verb and weary is an adjective. Talk about part of speech way too much on these streams. Why don't we try 14 down? AO looks a little concerning, though. Oh yeah, Talking Cat says weary could be a good hurdle word. We haven't talked hurdle yet. Normally these days we've been gambling. And so I would say like 55 across is the last horizontal 5-letter word. So whatever 55 across is, we'll do for hurdle. Where's the next one? We usually have a backup. 47 across, I guess. Impenitent pronouncement. Wow. I really like this answer. I hope it's right. I regret nothing. That's great. Penitent means like atoning. So impenitent means like I don't regret what I did. That's a great crossword entry right there. I want to make sure that AO is acceptable. And I think it is. I think I can see what this might be. A Talking Cat says salet, S-A-L-E-T, is statistically the best word for hurdle opening. First of all, I don't know what that word means. Second of all, I was pretty sure that crane was worked out to be the best opener. Oh, Felix confirming, by the way, that 55 across is a valid hurdle word, so we don't need a backup. Felix, is it a good one? Does it have a lot of vowels? Give me something to look forward to. A1, unsurpassed. That looks good. A1 is nice, says AJ. Steam-producing vessels. Yeah, Jerry G's happy with A1. Maddie is. Steam-producing vessels. It's weird to have these two long downs. It feels like we have so much information in the bottom part of the grid. More than we really deserve. Yeah, CJ says, I love my walk. People who own walks seem very loyal to them. AJ says 55 across is Zilil. No. We've already done that. It's slightly better than Jazzy. Oh boy. Now I'm nervous. This can't also be A1, so certain shape for the road. It's a mean clue, frankly. I'm just gonna come out and say it. It's a mean clue. Can we try 7 down? Yes, of course. Yeah, let's do that next. Yeah, walks. That was also hard. I mean, steam-producing vessels, I'm picturing like a train producing steam, a vessel, but no, like a container vessel. And yeah, I guess steam rising up from the walk. It's tough stuff. But cone is also hard, I think, for 30 across. Certain shape for the road, I'm definitely picturing an S shape or like a fork in the road, but no, it's just a shape like on the road, traffic cones. All right, well done, everybody. 7 down, let's do it. They're not particular. They're not particular. Okay, we have a good number of letters in place. It's either going to parse at gene or like generation. General studies, that's interesting. Yeah, general something, right? Because general is sort of the opposite of particular, which is what we're looking for. But then it's some kind of plural. General studies could be. General something. I'm at least happy putting the AL in. Yeah, but Rod is saying generation. Generally, it could also be. Why don't we check the A at least? FedEx package scanning tech. I'm not sure about this. I can picture those little handheld things that beep. Is that what they're talking about? Generalization. That's true. It could just be they're not generalizations. Would that fit, by the way? If that fits, it might be our best guess. That's what Larry's saying. Okay, why don't we try it? Generalizations. It does fit. They're not particular. It is quite literally the opposite of particularities. Generally chill AF, says Lucky. Great contribution as always. Hi, Jilly. Glad you found us. We are stumping away, and it's going all right, I think. Oh, general studies doesn't fit. That's important, Eternal Ankh. Felix is excited for us. Felix already solved the puzzle. What are we putting here? Addition. My dad works in FedEx. Okay, so what's the answer, Talking Cat? Ask your dad. Call your dad, quick. D. Miller saying PDAs, and a Talking Cat. Okay. So this is like just a handheld electronic device. Isn't a PDA just a general term for a handheld electronic device? PDAs. Okay. Good. Wow, we have so much to work with in the bottom. He works at UPS now. Wow, we jumped ship, huh? Going right to the competitor, right to the enemy. Where Galileo discovered moons of Jupiter. Cool. There's an awesome museum in Florence. There's a history of science museum that I've been to, and it has all of Galileo's original telescopes, and they have Galileo's real middle finger in a glass jar in this museum. I've seen it. Yeah, in addition to saying Padua, it's definitely an Italian city I've heard of, so it's believable. I thought Galileo spent his time in Pisa, but maybe that's not where he discovered the moons of Jupiter. What do we think? Yeah, Kenya says he's flipping us off through time. Exactly. Exactly. It really kind of felt like that, seeing just his middle finger. I also learned something very interesting about the moons of Jupiter last week, but it might be too technical to talk about here. But apparently, the moons of Jupiter were essential in people discovering that the speed of light is finite. People, for a long time, weren't sure if it was super fast or like literally infinitely fast. And the moons of Jupiter settled the debate. Defeat decisively in sports headlines. Spank. Interesting. Okay, that's what Jessica and AJ and Rhonda are all saying. And N. Clark. Trust you guys on all things spanking. Did I really say spank? Says Amy. I don't know. I guess. I don't read sports headlines, really. Pamper antonym. Pamper antonym. Yeah, like you got spanked, says CJ. The Patriots spanked the Seahawks. This is a weird clue. Like mall? I guess it is the opposite of to pamper. Like, what's the opposite of to pamper? To maul? I guess I can't really argue with that, but anyone else feel like there's something off about that? CJ says, don't put that in the universe. Oh, are you rooting for the Seahawks? Portraitist preface. Portraitist preface. And this is another of these grid spanning entries, and we have a lot of letters in place. The Logician and Lucky have quick guesses on this. Yeah, Blake agreeing. And Jilly agreeing. Okay, cool. Look at this. Yeah, thumbnail sketch. It fits beautifully. A thumbnail sketch. Wow. Portraitist preface. Because a thumbnail sketch is like something you do before you do the portrait. You do a little version of the drawing to make sure that it all looks good. That's cool. Felix says, I just hope both teams have fun. Yeah, Maddie likes a thumbnail sketch. It's cool. It's highly resistant to 17 across. Or 17 across? Oh, dry rot. Okay, so there's something here that is highly resistant to dry rot. A talking cat, you're a casual artist, really? Do you do thumbnail sketches? Jillian Blake, no, there would, apparently. Teak? Oh, we basically have 29 down, it looks like. They're often in brasses past. It's a good clue. But we pretty much have all the letters. Just need to pluralize it. Rhonda, a talking cat, AJ, and Clark. Everyone knew Teak, turns out. And I guess brass is like the top brass at a company. So an MBA would be in top brass's past. I want to check this Z on generalizations, because we're still not 100% on it, are we? I guess the I is pretty telling. Strikes out. How do we think this ranks in terms of difficulty of our stumpers? I don't think it's that easy, but we've also seen harder. Maybe it's mid-range stumper. Rand and Lucky and CJ. Barbara says, I suck today. Yep, everyone. Yep, I'm very stumped. Yeah. First of all, you don't suck, Barbara. I've seen you get several answers. And here I am mostly just reading other people's suggestions, so I'm not participating at all. I see zips and zaps. And I'm just going to come out and say I don't really understand either. For strikes out. And CSP can only be one thing. I'm hoping it works. Floor show specialist. Oof. Yeah, this is a hard puzzle. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what you say, Felix. 45-minute Felix. This is a hard crossword puzzle. Zip as in zero. I see strikes out. So to zip something from the record, to zero it out. Is that the idea? So confused. Ledition and Lucky want C-SPAN for floor show specialist. I'm also kind of confused by this. What exactly are we talking about with floor show? C-SPAN is like a news network. Felix says, this is more fun than Team USA spanking Team Finland. C-SPAN. What kind of floor are we talking? Oh, is this like the Senate floor, maybe? Maybe they do like shows on the Senate floor? I just want to make sense of these clues. They're not random, they're written with intention. House floor. Yeah, okay, Rhonda. We're on the same page. Floor of the house. Good. Thank you. I needed that. Wow, Blake and Amy had very quick guesses here. Maori celebratory dance. Yes, I am aware of this. TV coverage of the house floor. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Rhonda. Haka. Kenya knew that too. Let's check 33 down. They're on Michigan's Spectacular Peninsula's plates. Okay, so we're talking license plates, I guess. They're on Michigan's Spectacular Peninsula's plates. Oh, I see what this is probably. Okay. Yeah, there's really most of our viewers are either on Twitch or YouTube. It's kind of split right now. And then there's Barbara, all alone on Facebook. But I see the Twitch comments so much earlier than I see the YouTube comments. But Eternal Ankh and Jerry G and Rhonda on YouTube all getting lakes. Which I think makes sense. Michigan the Great Lakes, Lake Michigan. So it was zaps. Strikes out as zaps. That's a tenuous connection in my book. CJ says Facebook was a ghost town. Well, Barbara is hanging out with the ghosts. We love her for it. Etiquette de blanc. French conventioneer accessory. All right, where are my French conventioneers at? Go Team Arkadium, says Felix. I can't believe how seriously you're taking this cheerleading role. I very much appreciate it. Oh, a talking cat can't read the clues. That's no good at all. Look at that. Sorry. That is hopefully a little bit better. We don't need the top of the puzzle anymore. Oh, but turns out talking cat didn't need to read the clue to get this one. Because everyone is now saying nom. I see. So nom means name in French. I know that much. So a conventioneer would have a name tag? Does etiquette mean tag suddenly? Barbara says, I love it all alone. And then it includes a bunch of sad face emojis. So I'm not sure she's telling the truth. So etiquette, does anyone speak French? I would really like to know this because etiquette does not. I'm surprised to learn this. 34 down options. Wait, what's 34 down? We haven't even seen it. Maybe we do this first then. Protection provision. Also, why am I solving the end of the puzzle first? I don't know anymore what to do. And my chats have utterly dried up. Etiquette means label in French, says Eternal Ankh. Wow. I did not know this. I don't really see the connection between like politeness that etiquette means in our everyday usage. Translates to label, says Osna. Kenya is the only one with a guess here. Literally label of name. Protection provision saying coverage. Okay, CJ now agreeing. And the main reason I like coverage is because it seems to work with HMOs for 35 down, which several people were guessing. HMOs are like health insurance things. So maybe we're still rocking. I thought etiquette was like prim and proper manners. Yeah. Example of table settings, which fork to use. Completely chilly. You're not wrong. That is definitely what etiquette means. But apparently in French it means label. I don't see the connection. AJ says my dad works in insurance. I love how everyone's dad's job is coming to bear on this puzzle. Cat knew PDAs because their dad works for FedEx. Felice Ano blank Rio 11 Wish. Okay. I see. Larry Locke is onto this, and Rhonda, yeah. Novo. Also, just want to make sure I understand this. Okay. Rio is actually key here because we're speaking Portuguese, I believe. We're not speaking Spanish. Feliz año, first of all, you'd have a tilde if you were speaking Spanish, and it would be nuevo, which is new in Spanish, not novo. But maybe this is Portuguese. Happy New Year. I can accept that explanation. Kenya says my dad works in generalizations. That was great. It's very funny. Oaf's handlers. Etiquette originates from the 17th century French word etiquette, meaning label or ticket, which derived from the Old French to stick. Okay. It referred to small cards or placards detailing court behavior rules. These tickets or labels eventually came to represent the behavior. Wow. Never would have guessed that etymology in a million years. So Oaf's handlers. Okay, AJ and Maddie have a guess here, in addition to Mitts. Wait, this is actually pretty funny. First of all, the concept in the clue of an oaf, like this oafish guy having handlers, people who have to manage him, is funny enough. But then it's no, literally the things he uses to handle other things are his big mitts. That is a funny clue answer pair, if I've ever seen one. It snowed in his house of blank and drink. Chaucer quote. Man, we have 75% of this word, and I still have no idea what letter goes next. It could literally be anything. We're flying through this puzzle like a buttress of Notre Dame. And it starts as, how do you come up with mitts? How do you come up with that clue on mitts is what I want to know. Yeah, Lulu thinks that Chaucer was writing about meth. Somehow I doubt it. Barbara putting a Z in. I don't know. Does anyone know E? I don't know enough Chaucer. Yeah, okay, we move on. The thing is, if you're spelling snowed like this and house like this and drink like this, you could spell anything like anything. I'm losing grip on reality here. Part of a major plot. Let's do this instead. At least I understand the clue. Oh, Grace says, I hate that I'm missing today. I'm at a rehearsal because I have a show tonight. I hope it's been a good Saturday Stumper. Well, I'm glad you popped in to say hi, Grace. We miss you too. What's the show? Good luck at rehearsal. So, Old English, wait, I'm catching up. Acre. Oh, that's smart. That's a very smart answer. Acre. Okay, plot of land. Major plot of land. Part of it would be an acre. Good stuff. Good clue. Just a coffee house music thing. Ah, that's awesome. Good luck. So meat? Oh, meat and drink. So this is how Chaucer spells M-E-A-T? Is that the premise here? Snowed in his house of meat and drink. Wow. Chaucer. Learn how to spell, am I right? CJ got it right away. Sorry for doubting you. So many of these clues have double meanings, yeah. They lean into the double meaning, especially on Saturday. Talking cat. Yeah, plot of land. I was thinking story plot. That's exactly what they want you to think, NSSR. You fell right into the trap. Felix says, I'm tempted to pull out my Chaucer, but I'm cozy and it's all the way across the room. Felix owns every book ever written, by the way, in case you didn't know this about Felix. You catch on after doing so many stumpers, cat. Yeah, says AJ, it's true. You do start to perk up about these things. Masks. A lot of people saying masks. Their looks are deceiving. That's smart. Okay, I'm enjoying this section. Yeah, these clues are deceiving indeed. Vindication exclamation. Kind of reminds me of the clue here. Impenitent pronouncement. Vindication exclamation. Mo says mask is good, yeah. CJ and Rand and Lucky and Amy are all saying, see? Like if you're vindicated, yeah, Rhonda's saying the same thing. See? Oh, we have an S in our hurdle opener, so it can't be that bad. Much better than Chassis already. Sew up a situation. Okay. Guess I can live with this. Yeah, I think CJ. My instinct was the same as CJ's. And Rhonda's. Ice it? It's not really something I say, but I think it's real. Overpraise. Okay, good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think we're gonna do this. Wait, this HR looks terrible though. Okay, something to deal with later. The other crosses in the section look possible. I don't know. I mean, I could think of a couple words that could work here. Niels Bohr, perhaps, is going to make an appearance. Okay, in addition, listing out a whole bunch of things that could work, not even including Niels Bohr. Jolie says kiss up to. I really like this. Yeah, to overpraise, you kiss up to someone. Yeah, Barbara likes that. Rhonda, too. Good work. Okay, this STS was also looking concerning, but maybe Bishop of Jerusalem, circa 100. The year 100, I guess. Yeah, Jet Age brain training is saying system for 53 across, but it might be. I think it's going to be Saint something. A bishop is going to be Saint. Yeah, Lucky and CJ saying, yeah, Saint somebody. Amy, you took the words right out of my mouth. Saint Simeon? I'm going to have to trust chat on this one. I don't really know my bishops of the year 100. Saint Sebastian, if only that fit, Barbara. And NSR just giving me a bunch of shrugs. Hey, that should be. That's like the Saturday Stumper logo, just a shrug. Who knows? Felix still cheering us on. Quad to another quad. Oh, Amy and Lucky and Rand all saying cis. Wow, hard clue. So quad, like a member of quadruplets, is that what they're called? Oh, I'm a quad. My friend is named Simeon after Saint Simeon. Wow. So, yeah, that was an interesting clue. Two S's. Not my favorite thing to see in our hurdle word. Cat with at least 3 common aliases. Oh, Jessica and Larry saying it should be Sib instead of Sis. That's a good point, actually. There's nothing in the clue that pinpoints sister. Just a general sibling? Yeah, more general, AJ. I like that. Okay, so now we have a B in our hurdle opener. Cat with at least 3 common aliases. Yeah, good. Lucky and Jilly saying Puma. I can never remember. Puma and mountain lion are the same thing, I think, and maybe even a panther. I don't know why they have to make it so confusing. They. Workplace, whoa, with 51 down. Oh, 51 down, where's that? Oh, it's here. Should we move on? I'm not sure. Let's go here instead. Susical frequent singer. So I'm guessing that mountain lion, cougar, mountain lion. I think you repeated something in that list there. Susical is literally a musical based on Dr. Seuss's stories. So I guess Horton. Yeah, Lucky and Amy are saying that Horton and Jilly and CJ. Horton sings a lot in the musical. Is that what we're being told? I like this N too. Okay, it's time to check 55 across. What is our hurdle opener going to be today? Acoustical nightmares. Yeah, Kellyanne and Jessica and N. Clark and Rhonda all seem to know that Horton sings a lot in Seussical. I've never seen it. Has anyone seen that musical? Acoustical nightmares. This is actually a pretty funny clue. I played in the pit for Seussical. That's really cool, Rhonda. That's awesome. So you definitely knew that Horton sang a lot. You've played under Horton. Barnes. I've never really thought about the acoustics of a barn, but I guess they host hootenannies and things like that. Square dances can happen in barns, so I guess people who have attended those events know that barns do not have good acoustics. Or is there some deeper meaning that I'm missing? Oh, we already looked at this. Let's check this instead. It replaced all its stop signs with priorité adroit. Huh. Rhonda, that's really cool that you played in the pit for Suzical. We should check 44 down while we're here. We did check it already. Workplace woe, but it includes 51 down, which I guess is just C44 down. So feel free to take a guess at that. Meanwhile, Fantasy and a lot of people suddenly, Jerry G and Tonrap are all saying Paris. So Paris replaced their stop signs with something that says this instead. That's a very specific clue. Ooh, Lucky and AJ say Paper Jam, which looks nice. Okay, Workplace woe, definitely a Paper Jam in the printer or the copy machine. Paper Jam, I like this. Big cheeses. Big cheeses. Barnes is not a bad hurdle opener. It is so much better than Jazzy, Felix. You set me up to feel nervous, but I'm perfectly happy opening hurdle with Barnes. Priority to the right is what this means. Priority to the right. You replace all your stop signs. Yeah, I guess Rand and Eternal Ankh are saying potentates. Big cheeses. It's like rulers, people in power, I guess. I've not used this word in at least a year. Probably more than that. Doug Filler knew it. Okay, I was concerned about this HR, but it looks like we're somewhere else in the world. So, Westfalen Park's region. Westfalen Park. It feels like this could be like Dutch or Belgian or something like that. Maybe German. Yeah, Felix, it's true. Barnes being a plural is not ideal, but S's are common letters, so putting them in somewhere. I've not used. Jilly says I have not used potentates, at least in my lifetime. Yeah, probably me too, Jilly. Talking Cat says you should do Paris for the hurdle opening. I don't think it's valid. The hurdle doesn't accept proper nouns. And Jedage is saying that this is German, but do you know the region? Yeah, Jessica also saying Germany, but AJ says Ruhr. Is that a thing? I'm not sure. Stephen Tombari is also saying Ruhr, so okay, I'm going to trust you guys, and let's start looking at these downs. Megastore. Tonrap wants 45 down for hurdle, but we already sold our souls to Barnes, Tonrap, so we are opening hurdle with Barnes. AJ says, thank God I studied abroad in Germany for a bit. Okay. Megastore. All right, whose dad works in a megastore? Oh, it's not even that kind of megastore. Very clever. Good stuff. Jillian Lucky saying Trove. Like a store as in a stash, a mega, yeah, a treasure trove. That's smart. Barbara already given me the drum roll. We're not quite there. We have 6 squares left as I count them. A word from the Greek for ship. For ship. Yeah, trove is good. I'd be happy to open hurdle with trove too, but we've already agreed on Barnes, and I'm okay with it. The problem with this opening... Wait, people guessing things that we're not on. Felix says my dad was a 9-iron, yeah. My dad was an exorcist. Something nautical, nautis. Okay, should we do the cross instead? Wedgwood or Spode? These look like names, and I don't know either of these people. Sorry to admit. Yeah, nautic, something nautical. We're not out of the woods yet, because I don't think jovial is fitting here. I don't understand how the clue works with jovial. Lucky says my dad was a priest but never performed an exorcism. Okay, can we do A. Miguel and Ron are like, nah. Can we do this? Square accounts for. Felix says, good luck with this corner. It almost killed me. They saved the hardest for last. Very kind of you, Stumper. Jilly and Doug and Larry are suddenly feeling very confident in Josiah. So Jessica says, my dad was an oaf. It's hilarious. Did he have big mitts? Josiah. So I'm guessing there's someone named Josiah Wedgwood and someone named Josiah Spode. Apologies to those Josiahs that I do not know them. And avenge, square accounts for. I could live with that. Avenge. Good. So nausea. Oh, that I never thought about that, but nausea comes from the Greek for ship. I mean, I see the common root with nautical, maybe even sea, I'm not sure, but you get seasick? That's cool. Oh, it didn't help that I had paper cut instead of paper jam. Yeah, that would kill you. That would really do it. Amy says, my dad was a professional haka dancer. Okay, Douglas saying Josiah Wedgwood was a famous potter. Okay. Lacking, crossing what craft are called is going to end our Saturday Stumper. I think we can put this letter in. Jerry G just giving me the letter. AJ giving me meager for lacking. I think this might work. Lucky giving me the drum roll. I hope we don't have an error somewhere. Oh, man. Confetti has never felt so good. It was a hard puzzle. I put up a lot of resistance, and I liked a lot of the cluing in it. Love the clue on mitts, oafs, handlers. Something very funny about that. Love learning that nausea comes from the word for ship. There are other goodies in here. But don't go anywhere. I'm pulling up Hurdle right now. We're opening with Barnes. So we got to see how that goes. Let me just switch my screens. Start there. Close that. That should look okay, and then make it look a little better yet. Okay. Good. Talking Cat gave me a lot of drum rolls. Wow. Yeah, everyone's celebrating, catching up a little bit. Yeah, her as in boats. Thanks, Jessica. I hadn't dwelled on that. But yeah, you call crafts of all kinds her. And Rhonda had heard of Wedgwood pottery, which I had not. Eternal Onk says, oh, we're done? We're not done. We're playing Hurdle. So stick around for Hurdle, because this is actually where the stream gets tense. You thought the Stumper was tense. Ooh, Barnes did not disappoint. Josiah Wedgwood's grandson was Darwin? Really? Charles Darwin married into the Wedgwood family. It's kind of crazy. Tough puzzle indeed, Rand. Another Stumper in the bag. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us every time we do it. Amy guessing torso, which is an interesting guess. I don't love that it has two O's in it. Maybe horse is better. Oops, not like that. Horse? Yeah, or purse or surge. But there's no, the horse is fine. Let's try it. Okay. Picked up an E, ruled out one spot for an S. Not terrible. I'm not sure if we probably need another vowel somehow. Strew, serve. Interesting. No, it can't be serve because that ends in an E. Strew. Wow. Are we really doing strew? Maybe. We'll try it. Strew. Shred is also good. No, there's no H from horse. We know there's no H. So we'll do strew. Whoa. Okay, it wasn't strew, but it was basically strew. I guess it's screw? I can't think of anything else. There's also shrew, but the H is ruled out by horse. I guess it's screw. Okay, nice work. That's 1 round in the bag. And 4 to go. Let's keep up this momentum. Well done. Screw. Okay, new pastures here. And all we have is an E. Not a lot to go on. I just scrolled by accident. Okay, still looks fine. Plead, I'm seeing. Yeah, plead is a good guess. Yeah, why not plead? Let's try it. All right, would have hoped for a little bit more. Yeah, dealt would have been good. Also lucky. At this point, it's ruled out because the L didn't hit. Elate. Yeah, same thing, has an L. So something without an L, but with both an E and an A. I don't know. Not entirely sure what to do here. Maybe we try ending in an E. Meant. M-E-A-N-T. That's a good guess, Pam. Yeah, meant is a very good guess, I think. Should we try this? Meany, heavy, meaty? All right, let's try meant. Oh, nailed it, Pam. Nice. I was not expecting that to just be all green. Nice one. Okay, mint did not hit, but do not fret. We should do something with like an IOU situation. With like pious. Just as I say that, yeah, lucky comes in with pious. It's a perfect guess. A talking cat is psyched about mint, I think. Should we try pious? That was good. The OU didn't hit, which is interesting. It makes me think there's maybe a second I or a Y, I suppose. It could be like sippy. I don't even know if sippy is a real word on its own, or if it has to be paired with a cup. Amy Gal is also guessing sippy. Great minds think alike, Amy. Barbara is congratulating Pam on mint. Oh, wispy is very nice. Ooh, I love wispy. I want to guess it. Yeah, it's what everyone is saying now. Wispy. Gorgeous guess. Oh, look at that. Oh, we're unstoppable. They're unstoppable. Okay, round 4 out of 5. Let's keep our head in the game. I want to make it to the last round. We don't have a lot to work with right now. Wispy was very nice. Okay. By the way, if anyone watching is not a regular of ours, I want to tell you we stream every single day. Every day at noon Eastern time, we're here. We solve a crossword. We play Hurdle. And normally we're also on TikTok, and that's where a lot of our viewers go. And not for the next couple days, but we are sorting that out. Train. Siren. No siren because the S in wispy. Maybe train is good? T-R-A-I-N. Why not? Yeah, this is a totally respectable guess. Okay. It can't all be meant. So what do we do now? Does the I start the word or go smack dab in the middle? It's unlikely to end it. I suppose it could be like haiku. Irate doesn't work because the A can't be in the middle. Alive? Alive, on the other hand, I think works. Should we try alive? Radio. No, radio puts the I in the wrong spot. Agile, too. Okay, why don't we try alive? I think it'll be informative. Okay, so we found the I. Is it haiku? Maybe it's actually haiku. I was kind of not joking, but I didn't actually mean to be suggesting something real. But no, agile no more. Yeah, Lucky's on the haiku train. So what are we thinking? A Miguel wants me to do haiku. It's a little risky if it doesn't pan out because, yeah, haiku seems good. Okay, let's do haiku. Oh, I was hopeful there. We picked up a U, but no, it was not haiku. I'm actually getting a little nervous now because we're running out of guesses. Uh, yeah, this is actually a little dire. We have this U. We have no consonants. We have no idea what consonants go into this word. Oh my god, Ledition is a sick guess. I kind of hope. Yeah, Lucky agreeing. So I don't want to get locked into this, but I'm just going to tell you guys what Ledition and Lucky are guessing. Ouija, as in like a Ouija board. I'm not pressing enter, but as far as I can tell, this is valid. My problem with Ouija is that, is it a word? Isn't it just a brand name for, or is it an actual word? Steven is also guessing Ouija. Are we really doing this? Because if this is wrong, we're in big trouble. Like, big trouble. I need consent. I need buy-in. Because I'm not even. Oh, Q. Teresa's saying QUI something. QUI. Yeah, I can't seem to finish that though. Yeah, Fantasy saying, is it a proper name? AJ says it's a word. Felix says do it. All right, we're doing it. Wow, Ouija. What a pull. What a hard hurdle word in particular. Okay, here we are. Unsurprisingly, the J didn't hit. In hurdle, you only get 2 guesses on the last round. That's what makes it very stressful. You only get 2 guesses. We have some information. We know where an E is. We know there's an I somewhere and an N somewhere. Ooh, and in fact, we're very unlikely to end in EI. So I think the word might have to begin with an I. This could be worse. This really could be worse. Yeah, CJ making the same observation, Ledition too. The I has to be the first letter. I mean, there are some weird words that end in EI, but I don't think it's going to happen. Index. Okay. That's a good guess, but let's keep generating. I don't want to just throw index in. Are there other possibilities? Can't be linen Fantasy because this would be green if linen were the answer, because that I would be in the correct location. Begin. Begin can't work because we know an E goes in that spot. Inked. Okay, now we're talking. Inked is a real alternative. As far as I can tell, inked and index are the 2 that we're working with so far. Everything else I'm saying is not valid. Inked and index. But here's the thing: is if there's even one more possibility, then we don't have enough guesses to just guess 3 things. In bed? Oh, I hope that's not real. Thing is that D is in all of these words, so maybe we guess index, and at least getting the D confirmed could help. Should we do it? It's my favorite of the guesses so far. Yeah, AJ's suggesting we try index. Maddie's happy with it. Gary's happy with it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Oh, and it was right. Beautiful. Wow. Good job, everybody. Good job. I love winning hurdle. I love solving Saturday stumpers with you guys. Please join me again tomorrow. I'll be back same time, noon Eastern, for another puzzle. Tomorrow's puzzle will not be as difficult as this one. It'll still be a satisfying challenge, though, and it will have a theme. So I would love to see all of you tomorrow, Super Bowl Sunday, and we'll play hurdle again. And enjoy the rest of your Saturday, everybody. Thanks so much for keeping me company today. Take care.